financial turmoil, King Charles evicts Harry and Meghan from UK as revenge for memoir. The world was in shock when Queen Elizabeth passed away in September of 2022, leaving her eldest son Charles to take the throne. While Charles had been preparing for this moment for 73 years, it seems he is woefully out of his depth. In fact, he can't even keep his own family in check. When Queen Elizabeth passed away, the world mourned the loss of a remarkable monarch. Her eldest son, Charles, ascended to the throne, but his reign has been anything but smooth sailing. In a shocking move, Charles decided to evict his own son, Prince Harry, and his wife Meghan Markle from their UK home base at Frogmore Cottage. This move was seen by many as a petty attempt to score a victory over his own son and send a message that the Sussexes are no longer welcome in the UK. One of the many examples of Charles's mishandling of the situation is the eviction of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from Frogmore Cottage, their UK home base. Although the couple spends most of their time in the US, the move was largely symbolic, sending a clear message that the Sussexes are no longer welcome in Harry's home country. Sources close to the situation indicate that the eviction proceedings began on January 11th, the day after Harry's controversial memoir, Spare, hit bookstores. While the Sussexes attempted to downplay the situation, indicating that the eviction was their idea, insiders confirmed that Charles was the one who pulled the trigger. The British media, which has dubbed the scandal Frogsit, is having a field day with this one. While the haters are celebrating what they see as Charles's victory over his own son, they're ignoring the fact that the situation has the potential to serve as another embarrassing black mark on Charles's young reign. Part of the reason the move appealed to Charles is that it would enable him to move his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, out of the Royal Lodge, where he cohabits with his ex-wife, and into the more spacious Frogmore Cottage. However, it looks like Andrew forgot to consult his brother before making that decision. Sources indicate that Andrew is resisting the idea of moving into Frogmore Cottage after he was offered it last week. This situation only bolsters the theory that Charles's primary motivation in all of this is to score a victory over his own son. Despite the king's pettiness, sources say that Harry and Meghan seem to be in extremely good spirits. The couple stepped out for a rare night on the town, and insiders say Harry is still riding high on the success of his memoir. Despite Harry and Meghan's statement indicating that the abrupt eviction was their idea, insiders say that it was Charles who pulled the trigger. And to add insult to injury, it seems that Charles's decision to evict Harry and Meghan was so that he could move his disgraced brother, Prince Andrew, into the more spacious Frogmore Cottage after he was ousted from Royal Lodge. Andrew, however, is reportedly resisting the move, further adding to the drama. The move was largely symbolic, as Harry and Meghan spend most of their time in the US, but it has certainly caused a stir. The British media has dubbed the scandal Frogsit, and the situation has the potential to serve as another embarrassing black mark on Charles's young reign. Nevertheless, Harry and Meghan seem to be taking the eviction in stride and were in good spirits. Harry even expressed his happiness about the success of his memoir, which was released the day before Charles began eviction proceedings. In the end, Charles's decision to evict Harry and Meghan seems to have been driven by a desire to score a petty victory over his own son, rather than any real concern for the monarchy or the UK. The drama surrounding the situation only adds to the already complex relationships within the royal family, and it remains to be seen how this will impact the monarchy going forward. Many people are viewing this as a petty move by Charles, an attempt to score a victory over his own son. It's a scandal that the British media has dubbed Frogsit, but while some people are celebrating Charles's supposed victory, they're ignoring the potential negative consequences for his reign. It's no secret that Charles has struggled to win over the British public and establish himself as a popular and respected monarch. This move could be seen as yet another embarrassing black mark on his young reign. By evicting his own son and daughter-in-law, Charles risks further alienating himself from the public and damaging his already tenuous relationship with Harry. It's important to note that the situation is not just about the eviction itself, but also the way in which it was carried out. There are reports that Charles offered the more spacious Frogmore Cottage to his brother Andrew after he was ousted from Royal Lodge. This move seems to suggest that Charles was prioritising his brother over his own son, which could be viewed as callous and out of touch. Harry and Meghan have issued a statement indicating that the abrupt eviction was their idea, but insiders say it was Charles who pulled the trigger. Regardless of who initiated the move, it's clear that the Sussexes are no longer welcome in the UK. Only time will tell what the long-term implications of this scandal will be for Charles's reign. but one thing is certain. If he wants to establish himself as a beloved and respected monarch, he'll need to start making decisions that reflect his compassion and empathy, rather than his pettiness and vindictiveness. The world waits with bated breath to see what will happen next in this ongoing royal saga. Will Harry and Meghan make a triumphant return to the UK? Will they forge ahead and continue to build their new lives in America? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the drama is far from over. In conclusion, Charles's decision to evict Harry and Meghan from Frogmore Cottage may have seemed like a petty attempt to one-up his own son, but it could end up having serious implications for his reign. While some people are cheering Charles on, they're not thinking about the potential fallout from his actions. This scandal is just one more embarrassing mark on Charles's young reign, and only time will tell how it will affect his legacy as king. Tell us in the comments section what your thoughts are on this matter. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.